Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and this is another one of my Living Consciously videos. Before we start, today's topic is breathing deeply and the importance of breath in your life. I just wanted to share with you and any of those who come in afterwards, because I do have a lot of people that show up uh, after the fact, is that this weekend I will be teaching A Course in Miracles from 12:15 to 1:30 on Zoom. And then that starting at 2 o'clock, I will be teaching about the David Kingdom. This is the realm of the fairies and the elves and the gnomes and the undines and the salamanders, the dragons, on the realm of the people, the little folk who exist in the fifth dimension. So if you have any interest, any curiosity in that, there's still time to sign up. Go to my website, Alicia, ALICJA, Jones.com, and check out the classes. The Course in Miracles is $10 for the hour and 15 minutes, and the David Kingdom is $50 for the 2.5 hour class. So, anyway, let's start with what our subject is today, which is breathing deeply. And you've got to remember that you can live without food for months. You can live without water for weeks, but you can only live without breath for minutes. Breath connects you to the Creator. Everything that is alive breathes. The plants breathe. They take in carbon monoxide, they exhale oxygen. That is why the outcry right now around the world of all the rainforests that are being cut down is such a disaster, because the trees are the lungs of the earth. Any one of you who is still caught up in smoking, I certainly hope that you can find a clear path to giving that up, because basically, the way I interpret smoking, it's death by slow strangulation. It's a slow suicide. And I certainly hope that you are able to get to the point where you can give it up. The exercises, the one thing that I wanted to share, the benefits of breathing deeply. First, it enhances your spirit. It calms you down and it centers you. It expels toxins. All of the toxins that have been built up inside of you literally leave with each breath. It increases your energy level. And it helps you focus and concentrate. And you create what you focus and concentrate on. So you may want to consider taking deep, deep, deep breaths when you need to focus and concentrate on a certain project. It calms you down. It guides you into a meditative state. And then in a meditative state, you can hear God. You can hear the divine beings that guide you. You can hear your guides. You can hear your ancestors. You can hear the angels, the archangels, because deep breathing connects you to the divine. I'm just going to go over a few of these. Use them as they seem right to you. Use them as something that you feel, yeah, I connect with that. That works for me. This one I learned in the 35 years, somewhere along the line of the 35 years where I was taking yoga. The yoga breath, or I've heard it also called the yogi breath, is one where you use two fingers. You close a nostril and you breathe out, then in. Close the other nostril, breathe out, then in. As you do that, and they recommend 10 breaths out, 10 breaths in, 10 minutes of breathing out and in, 20 minutes if you can stay to that point, you will actually feel lighter. Just those few that I did, which was in the neighborhood of about 7, it's like this might sound strange to some, but not to others. It actually feels like I've elevated off the seat. It doesn't even feel like I'm sitting on my chair. It feels like I'm hovering above it. Counting your breath in and out brings you to a place of, again, that calmness, brings you to a place of just knowing that you can feel a difference because you can sense the breath going to your extremities. You can feel that in your fingertips. You can feel it in your toes. You can feel it in your crown. So just the fact that you're counting out, in, out, in, out. That helps you fill up with white light. Another technique, panting. There are times panting is commonly used by Lamaze method to help a woman get through contractions. The I didn't say it as loud as I would have, and you could also pant with your breath, with your mouth open. But that tends to dry your mouth out. So that's a little bit more difficult. The Lamaze method of having nature help you get through the contractions is what is so critical in counting. But Lamaze also, this Lamaze method of panting, it is also great every single time you've been put under such stress that you do not know, your thinking is muddled. Your thinking gets confused. You're being attacked by someone. Just go to a quiet place, someplace that you can be. Probably the best place would be outside and where no one is around you, and do that panting breath until you can rid yourself of all that energy that has glommed onto you because of someone else's attack. And we never know if we're If we have n- anyone close to us, around us, and it doesn't have to be family or spouse, it can be in our workplace, who is narcissistic, you never know when they're going to attack you. Narcissists basically have uh, social disorder, and there's no remedy for it. So there's no technique that can say, okay, this will help you get out, eliminate narcissism. There's no pill you can take. But protecting yourself against narcissism with a panting breath is an excellent idea. The next one is a little bit different. If you have pain in your body, doesn't matter where the pain is, doesn't matter what the source is, can be from eczema, can be just itching everywhere. Go to the place where you feel the pain, and start your deep breathing, but concentrate on being in that place. It doesn't matter where the eczema is, could be on your limbs. A lot of times, eczema is on your torso, sometimes it's in your head. Go there and focus your attention strictly on where that eczema exists. And take that, take your breathing, your deep breathing. And most of us will take 1 second in, 1 second out, 1 second in, 1 second out. Better 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. But most of us just do one in, one out. So I'm going to ask that you take the next step and focus and concentrate on that. And that is where you inhale to the count of 3, exhale to the count of 3. Inhale to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4. Inhale to the count of 5, exhale to the count of 5. And if you can, inhale to the count of 6, exhale to the count of 6, inhale to the count of 7, exhale to the count of 7, inhale to the count of 8, exhale to the count of 8. The only person in my life that I met who I was in my first energy uh, healing class. It was an introduction to energy healing, and it was from Miatek Workus, who had come in from Poland and was here in Bethesda. And he, bless his heart, went around the room, the 16 students that were available as students. He went around the room, and with each student, he breathed in, breathed in, breathed in, breathed in to the count of 34. Don't know how he did it, but he said that when he was in Poland, he lived under the communist regime, and the doctors made him heal 99 people a day. Now, I have done readings for up to 32 people in one day, 15-minute readings. That was about my maximum. To think that someone could heal for 99 minutes was astonishing to me. But like I said, when he came up and he had us feel the expansion of his lungs, I recognized that this man, again, was truly, truly superior when about inhaling oxygen, inhaling air to enhance his well-being. There are 2 places that you go to Well, actually, uh, one of them is incorporated in the other, so there's 3, probably 4. But by the ocean, when you walk along the side of the ocean, along the shore, and just deeply inhale the air, you are inhaling an extra ion, and that is causing you to feel so much better. And this is why people gravitate to the shore, besides looking to get a delicious looking tan on their skin. But there they have it's unreal how much better you will feel if you just walk along the shore. But the other place, and I never really valued this as much as I do today, is to walk under trees. So you can be walking in the mountains, you can be walking in the forest, you can be walking in a bike path, wherever there are trees overhead. And the trees give off phytosides. Phytosides. This has actually been scientifically proven. And if any of you know who Dana Milbank is, it's a wonderful political guru, as far as I'm concerned, who has just given up his political writings, and he is turning to nature and instead writing about nature. And his last article, I didn't catch it this week. It's in our health section, and for some reason, I missed our health section. Um, but he wrote about the fact that Harvard medical students were being led into a forest for the experience of forest bathing. And he said that this was another doctor, the philosopher, the teacher, um, who actually had a philosophy degree as well as a medical degree, took the students into the under the trees to get them to calm down because of the phytosides, phyton, phytoncides that the trees emitted. And so he was at first skeptical. He didn't have the foggiest idea what forest bathing meant. You do not obviously strip your clothes off. You go fully clothed, and you just accept that beautiful, naturalistic um, feeling that comes to you. So you have, so what does this do for you? What does forest bathing do for you? It boosts your immune system. It reduces blood pressure. It lowers blood pressure. It reduces stress. It improves your mood. And it's just incredible how even somebody who was enmeshed in political scrutiny, political diatribe, politics in general, could change his mind about where he wanted to take the direction of his life. The last thing that I wanted to cover is the wisdom that you can glean from a tree. Sitting, taking a piece of, like uh, a mat of some sort, a pad, putting it down, and then but having your back against the tree, sitting on the ground, but having your back against the tree, and just listening to what that tree has to say to you. Can be a tree in your own backyard, can be a tree in a public place, Um, it doesn't matter. Just listen. And there's the historical reference that I can reference for you about this is Kaiser Wilhelm, who was the Kaiser, German Kaiser during the time that Austria and Hungary were the powerhouse of Europe. His physician said he was to sit under a tree for 30 minutes every single day. This is not something that I have done, except intermittently and with no regularity at all. But one of these days, I'm definitely going to uh, get into the habit of doing this. It just feels so. Um, the few times that I have done it, I have really enjoyed it. So I'm going to get back into that habit. Definitely encourage you to try it. And like I said at the beginning of the class, if you can spare the time and have the classes are very inexpensive. The Course in Miracles is on Saturday. It's always the third Saturday of the month. And for A Course in Miracles, and it's from 12:15 to 1:30, and that costs $10. And from 2 o'clock to 4:30, I will be talking about the David Kingdom, the fairies, the elves, the gnomes, the green man, the mermaids, um, everything that exists in fairy tales, but actually is real, but exists in the fifth dimension. And it's only fifth dimensional sight that enables you to see that. But that's uh, for that class. And not sure what I'm going to cover next week, but it could be that I'm going to cover uh, the same part of the same of what I teach tomorrow. That class is $50 and again available through my website, Alicja, ALICJA Jones.com, and my lovely book of meditation is Own Your Power Day by Day. And it's a wonderful gift to give for Christmas, which isn't that far away. I know Thanksgiving comes first. We love Thanksgiving, but Christmas is coming. So that's also from my website. And if you forget how to spell my name, my Polish spelling, just go to AliceJonesPsychic.com. That gets you in the same place. I thank you for being here, and I will see you next week, Friday, same time. Thank you.